So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the baby's birthday party now that it's all over. We've put everything away, open up all his toys, and we can kind of just get back to normal and kind of just focus on him being a 1 year old now that he is not a baby anymore. So, as far as the party went, it was really a really nice party. I put a lot of work into it, a lot of effort. It came out beautifully. The decorations were awesome. The food was amazing. Just everything came off without a hitch. I was able to do everything that I wanted to do. It looked exactly how I had envisioned the party to look in my mind. I did have the chance to go ahead and print off a picture on his first birthday. So this picture, if you can see it, was taken on August 29th, which was his actual birthday. So we have these pictures just kind of like as a reminder or memory, because I do that for all my kids. I always take a picture, either professional, semi-professional, of their first birthday so that I can have that as like a memory and hang that up in the house. So we have that. As far as the guest list goes for the party, so I had initially invited around 40 to 50 people. That's the amount I was expecting. And we had way less than that. Less than what I had anticipated or planned for. So we had about 30 people in total, including me and my husband and our little family, which is not bad. I mean, 30 people, that's a decent sized party. But it wasn't as much as I had anticipated. And I know a lot of people who didn't show up were not like friends or anything. They were actual families, like his uncle and my husband's aunts, who didn't get to make the party. But, life happens, so I'm not, going to dwell on that fact that, I wish I had more people. I wish I had more little kids there. I had purposely decided not to invite all the people that I usually invite to parties, only because I kind of just didn't want to deal with a large amount of people. I didn't want to deal with a large party, even though I had initially planned for about 50 people. So that was kind of a big blow to me, because we did end up with not too much leftover food. The food was pretty much all gone. And like the corn dogs and the nachos and the popcorn and the fruits were like, everybody just obliterated those. Those were gone. But I ended up with a lot of sweets left over, like little cupcakes and the chocolate covered stuff, because it was a lot of sweets. Like the kids were just gorging on all the candy, and then we had the pinata. So it was definitely, a circusy type party in that sense. But it would have been nice if we had a little bit more people. But 30 people, I'm not going to complain. He got some really cute gifts, as I had showed in the gift haul video. He didn't get a ton of stuff, obviously, because for me, it's more important for people to show up to the party than to bring a gift. So I always tell people, don't worry about giving him a gift. We had already bought him everything we wanted to buy him. But he got some cute stuff. And I did go ahead today and I saw these and I just couldn't resist. It was only $10, these activity blocks. So I went ahead and got those for him. So that he can have, something else for his very first birthday. As for the budget, I initially only wanted to spend about $350. That was my budget for everything. The cake, the food, the snacks, the decorations, invitations, everything. And I spent just about around $350. Not including all his gifts. His gifts, I spent around $200 for all his gifts, so that would bring my total up to about $550 around there. So I'm not including his gifts. For just this party, for the moon bounce, which was $100, which included the 20 free cotton candies, and then all the different things that I had to buy, the skewers and the fruit, the cupcakes and the liners, the balloon streamers, string, tape, cups, plates, spoons, napkins, tablecloths. I only bought one. My mother-in-law had a bunch that I could use. you know, lollipops for the decor, pinata, the paper bags for the candy, bags for the pinata, the cake pop sticks, and you know, all of that stuff, tissue paper, prizes, straws, all of that came up to about like $80, which wasn't too bad. And then the goodie bags itself were about $40 for 24 goodie bags, which rounds out to less than $2 per goodie bag, which is not that bad. So definitely this party was on a budget because a lot of the decor I did myself. The invitations were about $6 to $8, and that was a DIY. All the posters and the banners, those were DIYs. And then I printed up a bunch of pictures to use as cupcake toppers. I had like the signs, that was DIY. You know, a lot of personalized items that I got to use that I just did myself, which saved a ton of money. And then like his mini cake was like what, $12, which was awesome. And then all the food came up to about $65 or so, around there, like all the fruits and the popcorn, cookies, chocolate, hot dogs, the ice, the syrup for the slushies. The hot dogs are for the corn dogs, of course. The nachos and the cheese, the pretzels, marshmallows, cream cheese, all the candy like the jelly beans, gumballs, and gummy bears, peanuts and chocolate. We only bought one bag of chocolate for the piñata, and my father-in-law bought 2 other bags and the peanuts, which helped out a bunch. And then, of course, the frosting. And the main dish, I didn't cook or buy the ingredients for that. My mother-in-law bought the chicken, and she had the other ingredients on hand to make the rice with chicken for the party, which was delicious and super awesome. And then she also bought chips to go along with that. So the party for me was a huge hit. It was a big success. I'm really glad I did how I did it. And I'm super excited that people came and enjoyed themselves, the people that did come. And I'm just looking forward to now looking at my baby boy and seeing him grow and watching him turn into his own person, his own individual, and being a toddler. So yeah, that was just how I wanted to do this video and kind of talk about in detail about the party and the budget and the guest list.